Hello and welcome to the two-man power trip of wrestling right here on TMPT and right here on Hannibal TV, doing a quick results and review show of the WWE King and Queen of the Ring 2024, which just happened. Big PLE, no longer pay-per-view, of course, on Peacock. This was from the Jeddah Superdome in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Pretty good show once again from the WWE. I feel like lately with the PLEs, they've been kind of knocking it out of the park, so to speak, for a little bit. Five matches on the show, one match in the pre-show. I know that's a little bit short as far as some of the matches, but that tends to breed longer matches, which I love for the pay-per-views, PLEs, but also not everybody gets on the card as well. So each show is kind of more special and kind of closer to like an old school show than maybe you would like. But it's kind of cool the way he does it because Triple H, meaning the booker, because he does do these longer matches. So there's kind of some give and take in why you think like, it's 5, 6 matches, not really enough, but they do go long, and every show basically starts and ends within 3 hours, which is always great for me for pay-per-view. I love that. Obviously, WrestleMania is a little bit different, goes a little bit longer, which is fine. But today, this show started at 1 p.m. Eastern, ended right before 4 p.m. Eastern. So perfect for me. 3 hours, bing, bang, boom. We're out of there, and we started off first with the pre-show match, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. The tag team champions of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defeated Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell via pinfall. Innovative little finish there from Bianca and Jade, but they are looking dominant as a tag team and dominant as a force. Great win there on the pre-show. The match only went 8 minutes and 5 seconds, so nothing crazy, but a nice little win there for Bianca and Jade, who obviously they teased some tension with Candice LeRae the night before on SmackDown because she injured her knee in a Queen of the Ring qualifier match a few weeks earlier. So the pay-per-view starts, and it's Becky Lynch defending her WWE Women's World Championship against Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan gets the win, maybe shockingly to some. She gets the win via pinfall, 16 minutes, 25 seconds. She is the new Women's World Champion, but not without some controversy as Dominic Mysterio was out there, and you think that he was out there to try to help um, Becky because mommy's orders, or Rhea Ripley's orders, of not wanting Liv Morgan to be the champion, not wanting her to complete this revenge tour that she's on. But Dominic Mysterio throws in the chair and inadvertently help Liv Morgan win. Now, we'll find out if that was on purpose or not, because they've been teasing a little bit of love affair maybe between Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. So something might be going on between them that we don't know. It might be a little bit of a swerve, bro, as a former writer used to say. It might be a little bit of a swerve, but Dominic Mysterio kind of inadvertently helps Liv Morgan win the Women's World Championship. Later on, Becky Lynch said that she's going to exercise her rematch and that her rematch clause, and she wants a rematch on Monday Night Raw. She's going to talk to Adam Pearce about that. Next up, Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion, defends in a three-way against Chad Gable and Bronson Reed. Sami Zayn gets the win, gets the pinfall over Bronson Reed in this triple threat match, retaining his WWE Intercontinental Championship. The match goes 13 minutes and 40 seconds. Really good match here. A lot of action. The crowd was super into it. They were hating everything that Chad Gable did. They were chanting, "You suck," a la Kurt Angle at him. They were hating on Bronson Reed, but they absolutely love their, I guess you could say, somewhat of a hometown boy, Sami Zayn, but they absolutely loved him. Great crowd reaction for this. Good match. Sami Zayn gets the win, like I said, with the pinfall over Bronson Reed. Next up, the Queen of the Ring tournament final. Whoever wins gets their respective championship shot at SummerSlam. So Triple H the night before really kind of raised the stakes big time, announcing that not only the Queen of the Ring, but also the King of the Ring would now be subject to a World Heavyweight Championship match. They really haven't done that since 2002 when Brock Lesnar won the King of the Ring, and he would go on and face The Rock at SummerSlam and win the WWE World Heavyweight title 22 years ago. So they haven't done that since. So really, Triple H raised the stakes before the show. I like that. I thought that was cool. A little bit of a change up from what they've done in the past, and it really made the tournament finals seem more important for sure. I mean, now it's going to be 2 months of build for each of the Queen and the King of the Ring, respectively. So Nia Jax, of course, is part of SmackDown versus Lyra Valkyria, who's a part of Raw in the finals. So if Lyra won, she would have faced, I guess, Liv Morgan at SummerSlam. If Nia Jax wins, she faces Bayley at SummerSlam. So right now, it looking like Nia Jax versus Bayley is the matchup, as Nia Jax defeated Lyra Valkyria via pinfall in 9 minutes and 40 seconds to win the Queen of the Ring. Nothing really noteworthy of this match other than the finish. Brutal bonsai drop, and it was like kind of like a elevated bonsai drop in the corner from Nia Jax as she is crowned the Queen of the Ring. Triple H comes out and crowns her and puts the crown on. Kayla Braxton did a little interview with Nia Jax as she posed with the crown as well. So basically, Nia Jax said, Bayley, just make sure you hold the championship until SummerSlam because I'm coming for it. So Nia Jax is your Queen of the Ring. She'll face Bayley, prospectively, at SummerSlam in Cleveland. Next up, the King of the Ring tournament final for the men. Gunther, of course, of Raw. Randy Orton, of course, of SmackDown. Awesome match. Crowd was nuts. Orton was super over. This was an old school match to me. I love the psychology of it. I love the selling. I mean, Gunther was laying in some chops on Orton. His chest was all busted open. This was just, to me, an awesome match. I love this match. A lot of people will talk about the finish, though. I feel like there's going to be some complaints there, but I like it. Hear me out why I like the finish, why I think it's cool that the way they did it, although I don't think it was on purpose. But so Orton nails with the RKO. He's selling the knee. He's got the knee injury. He's really kind of holding on to that knee. His back is bothering him because Gunther really has been focusing in and just beating the living crap and beating the tar out of Orton. Goes for the RKO. He's not able to get the quick pin. 1-2 kick out from Gunther. Then Gunther rolls him up with a crucifix pin. 1, 2, 3. Here's the only problem, though. Referee Dan Engler missed it. Orton had his left shoulder up at 2. So, he counted 1. Orton's got the shoulder up, 2, 3. Gunther wins, and Gunther is now your King of the Ring, who will go on to SummerSlam and face the winner of Damian Priest or maybe Drew McIntyre. Get to that in 1 second here, but that's the interesting thing here. Gunther wins. He's the King of the Ring, but a lot of people are going to talk about how Orton's shoulder was up. Where can they go from here? I think, and which would be a smart idea, and maybe it's not on purpose. Maybe it was. I'm beginning to think something's up there, but I think they could turn it to something positive. If Orton's shoulder was up and he technically didn't get pinned, he looks really strong and has a case of getting a title shot in the future, possibly against Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. So I like that, and I kind of think that's a cool idea and an interesting way to go with it. And it kind of made Orton look good in a way, and obviously Gunther did get the win. The referee counted 3, so he is the king. So interesting. So I think Gunther goes for the Raw title, for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam, which is set in stone, and then maybe Orton versus Rhodes, which would be great. The mentor versus the protege at SummerSlam. Would kind of be cool if Orton turned a little heel in between too. Like he's pissed off at the ref that his shoulder was up. He's maybe turns on Cody and builds it up that way. But they've got some interesting ideas and interesting ways to go headed to SummerSlam. Now I mentioned McIntyre or Drew McIntyre because Damian Priest or Drew McIntyre, because Triple H, after he crowned Gunther the King of the Ring and was in the ring, gave them the crown and the presentation there. Gunther got the pyro, goes to the back, interviewed by Kayla Braxton. She says, I heard you have an announcement. Triple H says he does. Glasgow, Clash at the Castle, main event, World Heavyweight Championship in Glasgow, Scotland. So in the backyard of Drew McIntyre, he'll get a world title shot against Damian Priest. So true to his word, Priest has said the match is going to happen, and it will happen. So that's kind of cool as well. And obviously that crowd is going to be amped in Scotland for Drew McIntyre. So the final match of the evening, Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul for the undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Another great match. Really well done. A lot of cheating involved. Logan Paul's friends getting involved. The brass knuckles getting involved. 2 big table spots. Just a lot of great athleticism from both guys. Cody's been doing great. He's been on a roll since he's been champion. I feel like every match he's in the main event is just unbelievable. Match of the night, maybe, and really just knocking things out of the park. Cody defeats Logan Paul via pinfall after 3 crossroads in 24 minutes and 20 seconds. Interesting to note as well, he did the Vertebreaker, the old move by Shane Hurricane Helms, which is a crazy finish. I know people have seen it from Homicide, known as the Gringo Killer, but pretty cool that Cody broke out that move in that match. I thought that was cool. I like his offense, breaking off that twisting suplex, which Corey Graves mentioned that is obviously Goldust's move, but cool to do that. Cool to do the bionic elbow. So Cody and Logan Paul, nothing but impressive in that main event as Cody retains his undisputed WWE Championship and obviously heads on possibly to wrestle Randy Orton in the main event at SummerSlam. I think that would be cool. But just kind of sum things up, Bianca and Jade are still the women's tag team champions. Liv is your new women's world champion. Sami Zayn retained the Intercontinental Championship. Nia Jax is your queen of the ring, headed towards SummerSlam, possibly against Bayley. Gunther is your king of the ring, headed towards SummerSlam, possibly against McIntyre or Damian Priest, who's the world champion right now. And then Cody Rhodes retained his undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and he moves on possibly to face Randy Orton at SummerSlam. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at 2Man Power Trip. Check out TeePublic, tpublic.com/stores/TMPT for some TMPT gear. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you right back here next time. Have a good one, folks.